This is the final part of the hidden story of Arīb al-Mamuniyah, the Nightingale of Baghdad. Part 3, the legacy of the lost voice. When Arbaz's voice vanished from the world, Baghdad fell quieter, as if the wind itself mourned. The city that once shimmered with her music now echoed with the clang of politics and war. Minstrels sang her verses in hushed tones, fearing the wrath of officials who sought to erase her influence. Her former students carried scraps of her songs like sacred relics, smuggling them from palace to street, from Baghdad to Damascus, from the empire's heart to its farthest breath. History has a cruel habit. It forgets women first. The chroniclers of the Abbasid court, almost all men, praise Arbaz's beauty and wit, but silence her defiance. In manuscripts, her name was footnoted beside emperors and generals, her words stripped of authorship. Even her melodies were attributed to anonymous court musicians. Yet despite their efforts, her presence lingered like incense, faint, sweet, and impossible to erase. Decades after her death, a circle of female musicians known as the Daughters of a Nightingale began performing across the empire. They claimed to have learned their craft through her disciples, passing down her techniques in secret. Their gatherings were banned, their instruments confiscated, yet they always reappeared under new names. Some performed in markets disguised as merchants, others in the houses of scholars, their songs carrying the unmistakable phrasing of their unseen matriarch. Centuries later, a scholar in Andalusia named Ibn Hayyan unearthed fragments of poems signed only A. The verses bore a haunting rhythm, lyrical, mournful, proud. His curiosity led him to search court archives and old songbooks, eventually identifying the author as Arīb al-Mamuniyah. Through his preservation, her voice crossed time and geography, reaching the libraries of Córdoba and Toledo, where her poetry inspired new generations of singers and mystics. In the centuries that followed, Sufi mystics began quoting her words in their rituals, claiming that her verses revealed divine truth through art. One of them, Al-Hallaj, was said to have whispered, "Her song leads souls to God." Though such claims blurred the line between reverence and heresy, Arbaz's poetry took on a sacred glow. She became not just a singer, but a saint of beauty, the embodiment of how the divine hides in music. During the 19th century, when European scholars began translating Arabic literature, fragments of her songs were rediscovered in Ottoman archives. But as with many women in history, her image was distorted, described by Orientalist writers as a temptress, a concubine, or merely a court entertainer. Her intellect, her defiance, her philosophy of art, all were erased. The West wanted exoticism, not truth. Yet the real Arīb, hidden between the lines, still sang. In the 20th century, Middle Eastern feminists reclaimed her story. Musicians in Egypt and Iraq began adapting her verses into new compositions. Modern scholars unearthed evidence of her authorship in forgotten manuscripts. Her life became a symbol of resistance, a woman who wielded art as rebellion, beauty as armor. Even today, her name inspires female poets across the Arab world, who see in her a mirror reflecting their own struggle for voice and recognition. They say if you walk along the Tigris at night, when the moon touches the water just right, you can hear a faint melody rising from the ruins, the echo of a woman's voice carried by the wind. Some believe it's her spirit, still singing to a city that forgot her name. Others say it's only the river song. But those who truly listen swear the voice hums in ancient Persian tones, weaving sorrow and hope into one eternal refrain. Today, historians recognize Arīb not just as an entertainer, but as a philosopher of emotion, one who used beauty to challenge tyranny. Her story transcends centuries, proving that even the enslaved can shape the soul of an empire. Her life is the anthem of those who refuse to vanish. And though her grave lies lost beneath the sands, her song still breathes wherever courage dares to sing. But one legend remains, that somewhere in the archives of Cairo's Dar al-Kitab, a forgotten scroll lies sealed, its ink faded, its title erased. Scholars whisper that it contains Arbaz's final poem, one she never dared perform. If ever found, they say, it could change what we know about her, and perhaps about the secret power that once ruled the Abbasid heart, And so the tale of Arīb al-Mamuniyah drifts into legend. A slave who became a sovereign of song, a woman who bent empires with melody. Her name was almost erased, but her voice endured, surviving in whispers, verses, and hearts that refused to forget her. Somewhere beyond the veil of time, the nightingale of Baghdad still sings. Follow us to unravel more shadowed histories. To do so, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so, like this video, comment, and share.